let's begin. I believe that now, even though that especially created spirit may not be one of the 144,000 ecclesia, the called out ones, or of the 7,000, I believe the beast are, or good news is still shared for all as to the deserving and good pleasure of our great Creator. With there being 12 tribes divided, and each with 12,000 called out ones from each tribe, and those left over from each tribe who are not Qodesh, but righteous. These are still Israelites, including grafted in Gentiles, but they are not Qodesh members of the 12,000. That is because in Revelation 12:11, we can see that the 12,000 chosen called out ones from each tribe, at this point have given up their lives and conquered the dragon. However, Revelation 12:17 states that the dragon grew angry after the called out ones conquered him with the woman, Israel, and went away to make war with the rest of her seed, and that would be righteous Israelites, not of the 12,000 called out ones who hold to Yahushua's testimony. The Israelite, chosen called out ones, or Qodeshim, are the followers of the way, making up a portion of the 7 original congregations of Revelation 1:11. These are one of the 2 lampstands, which are the Smyrna and Philadelphia assemblies. Both are with the olive trees. They are the 2 witnesses, and one of which, to my understanding, is
the bride.
And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Yekwesko. Ezekiel 9 verse 4.
the righteous, the vast crowd of Revelation 7:14, to make it through the great tribulation, are the rest of the Israelites who are not Qodesh or chosen. They, along with grafted in Gentiles, make up those invited to the wedding feast. Again, these being the vast multitude,
the righteous. Abba loves us, his children, and we are his plan.
the chosen ones, the holy Qodesh ones, or whatever your particular Bible calls them, are the same group of people mentioned in Kippur. Read sure, 1 Peter 2, verse 9, but you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. The saints are the same people of Revelation 6, 9:11, and when he opened the fifth seal, I saw underneath the altar the souls of those slain because of the word of Yahweh, and because of the testimony they held. Revelation 6:11. Then each of them was given a white robe and told to rest a little while longer, until the full number, 144,000, of their fellow servants, their brothers, were killed as they had been killed.
A second age, a second chance. A first age, a third rebelled. A second age, a second chance.
Notice that in Revelation 7:9, there is a great multitude which no one was able to count, from every nation, tribe, people, and tongue, not just from the 12 tribes of Israel as mentioned in Revelation 7:4-8, standing before the throne and the Lamb, dressed in white robes. Notice that Revelation 7:14 states that the great multitude must wash their robes clean in the blood of the Lamb, when the other group of Revelation 6:9-11, were given without need to wash their white robes. Why is that? Well, quite possibly, because the great multitude are the righteous people, who survive the great tribulation. For just as Ephesians 1:4 says, the Qodesh chosen ones were already declared holy before the founding of the world and so presumably have no need to wash their robes. Yahushua left us examples to explain that there are two different groups and two different rewards when it comes to his followers. In Matthew 19:16-19, Yahushua was asked a simple and direct question and he gave a simple and direct answer. He was asked what one must do to obtain eternal life. He answered by basically saying to follow the commandments and you're good. By following the commandments, that would make you a righteous person. In the very next chapter, Matthew 20:20-23, he was asked a different question and gave quite a different answer. By his answer we can plainly see that a lot more is required than just being righteous. If you want to be of the kingdom, you must be Qodesh and you must become a martyr for the privilege of ruling as a king.
Remember, there will be no jealousy or envy.
The elect are a special possession for Yahushua, separated from all others, because this group willingly martyr themselves for their love of Yah, just as Yahushua himself did, and by doing so, they get the same reward as Yahushua. They will rule with him as kings and priests for 1,000 years. They answer our enemies' claim that all a man has, he will give up to save his soul. By martyring themselves they prove this wrong. That is very important to Yahweh and Yahushua, and it should be to all of us. This allegation is to be addressed and the prerequisite of martyrdom to be a king. There are 144,000 Qodesh and blameless people that prove our adversary wrong.
And there are a vast multitude of the righteous.
Let us finish. Yahushua will recognize you as one of his familiar sheep upon his return.
His familiar sheep.
Whether Qodesh or righteous, most will be part of that great multitude who will live in paradise earth, under perfect conditions, forevermore.
That was the original intent. And we all know that Papa does not change, and that his desires will not return to him without success.